Okay. Blessings and welcome to our healing yoga class. So blessed to be with you in this way, holding this healing space. Just reminders in case I'm working with anyone new who today I am, and then anyone watching. Healing yoga is about listening to our own vital force and allowing that to communicate with us. So we'll just keep coming back to the breath, coming to mindfulness, awareness of each action, like how much I'm moving and stuff like that, trying to be aware of myself for that, and you doing the same through this practice so that we can listen and communicate with our own vital force. Now, I say that because you can do it from anywhere. I'm going to show seated, but on the ground, but you can use chairs, couches, beds. Make yourself comfy. Get some pillows and props out. You can use them on this underneath the sit bones while we're sitting. It's great to just support your body against the earth. So the other one I want to say is healing yoga is about finding your edge of sensation and pausing right before passing it. So sometimes when we think of exercise and forceful movements, it can be more jarring and very, very forceful, right? Like this white knuckle kind of tensiony running. We really want to soften, find our proper engagements, and gently come from that softened awareness before passing any edge of sensation. So thank you. And I also like to harmonize our group with Oms and Shanti. So quick structure of the Om, just so if anyone's new to Oming, the sound vibration is very important in yoga text and in many lineages. Simply put, the first tone of the noise Om, the you can feel it at the pelvic, our foundation of the chakra system. And then the oh, you can feel it at our heart as it comes up from our root to the heart. And then the you can feel in the head. So it's a journey from the root up to the crown, which we will call upon a lot throughout class. So just wanted to give that information out before we start. You can chant 3 Oms and Shantis with us in your head or find your own prayer to harmonize. I also wanted to say I've been listening to my recordings lately, and the oming chanting doesn't always transfer. Just know I am oming with you. But for ones following me in the past, it's very interesting. It like doesn't get recorded sometimes. Okay. So inhale through the nose, aware of the breath. Let's begin on the next exhale, please. Shanti, 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 meaning peace, peace, peace. So we'll just be coming from our softness today, looking to be gentle with ourselves. So let's first start with visualizing this flame, this light or a candle flame at the navel center near our belly button. We want to, you can look down or close your eyes to help visualize and just to find focus inward towards this flame or candle tip flame at the navel center to help guide, to help shed, to help fuel, to help motivate us. So as you're ready, we'll come up to standing. We'll begin to warm up the body. We want to ground down through our lower body, through the feet, up through the pelvis. So we have a group intention today. I forgot to say, being present for our future. If you have any of your own intentions that you're working with, bring that to mind. Palms out, soft knees. Inhale, reach on up high to the sun to your intention and pull it down through your midline. All this beautiful intention. Inhale, reach on up. Beautiful intentions and pulling them down through our center. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach on up to our motivation and down through center. Come back through Tadasana. So Tadasana, I use a lot of Sanskrit words in our yoga practice because yoga comes from India first, and this is the language that was spoken at the time. So Sanskrit is just a lot of the references in yoga, but try not to get, if you're new to them, don't get too lost on that. I will usually say them in English. So mountain pose, Tadasana. Let's start from the feet. Lift your toes, spread your toes, gently grip your toes. Root down through your toe mound, through your heel, lift through the inner arch. So we're grounded through our feet. Lift your kneecaps. Feel the engagements of the lower leg. Engage your front legs. I like to give them just a gentle tap. Engage my back leg. Engage your gluteals. Now we've engaged from the feet up through the lines of the legs, through the pelvis. I may refer to these as our lower body engagement, from the feet up to the pelvis. Thumbs spiral back, notice the heart open. If you bring the thumbs in, notice this gentle rounding. Thumbs back, heart open. Take an inhale up your whole front body, from the feet up through the head, down on the exhale, from the head down to your feet. So I like to guide that, but sorry, if you can just visualize now. Inhale up the front body, from the feet to the head. Exhale down from the head, down to the feet. Let's move with some alignment to start, and then we're going to get into some more pranayama, more breath. So palms up, tee out the arms. I like to hold these static postures in the beginning so we can really drop into what we're feeling. You'll notice I'll kind of do these sways. Feel free to find your position as you're finding neutral, finding a balanced state. We're looking for that softness with engagement, but not that forceful grip here. So lower legs engaged from feet to pelvis, see the arms. You can always let the arms go down and come back and meet us if these get a little tiring. Bring the shoulder blades together and try to bring them down towards your gluteal muscles behind you. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Bring the arms to an H along the ear. Keep depressing those shoulder blades down the back body towards your gluteals. Inhale and exhale. Through the nose, notice the breath. Out the nose, notice the breath. And then we'll come to our W, elbows in line with the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades connect even closer together and down the back body. There's this beautiful space created in the back of the neck then, and you can bring your chin towards your lovely heart to reach out through the crown of your head, and then press down air current, making this M shape with the arms, opposite cactus. Inhale and exhale. And then spiral the arms down. Whew. Take a moment of reflection to notice how that felt. Strong legs here still, from the feet up through the pelvis. So I really like to offer in our healing yoga, I'll be cueing a lot inhales and exhales through the nose just to remind us of the breath, but always welcome audible exhale. Some sighs, or I call it horse breath, letting the mouth just come out through the lips. It sounds really funny in the beginning, but I promise over time, it does just kind of become second nature and we're releasing tension. It's great for the nervous system to calm down with those breaths. So let's come into some faster breath cycles now. So what we'll do is take this squat. You can bring the feet apart and you'll squat down, lengthen through your tailbone out through the crown. You're welcome to just stay here, strengthening the legs below. If you'd like to do some forceful inhales and exhales, I'll show you one first, and then I want to say something about it. So we'll squat down, make an inhale up, and then pushing on an air pump. So I just want to say it's pretty intense. Take a moment. You may want tissues. You may want to just not do it so forceful. Listen to your own vital force. You do not want to go past that set edge of sensation. So let's hold space for about 5 together to start. And then take a pause. Just notice how you feel. Notice any reaction. Let's bring the feet back together. We'll do the same stance or the same breath work, but different legs. So come back to your Tadasana mountain legs, strength from the feet up through the pelvis. Let's take those arms cactus, elbows in line with the shoulders. Inhales will open them like this and exhales will close. And release. Noticing any reaction to the work so far together. Arms up to an H. And then we'll notice the same breath cycle here with extension on the inhales, exhales, elbows towards your hips. Then come back down to neutral. Notice the lower body engagement. Woo. Grounding you from the feet up through the pelvis. Notice any response so far to the breath work. So let's breathe in and out through 6 points on our head now. So we're going to stand here in a nice engaged Tadasana, strong legs up through the pelvis, thumbs out, lifting our beautiful heart. Let's first just do some alignment cues. Bring the sit bone area up the low pelvis, up towards the heart space. So we're just gently engaging that lower body up towards the heart. Engage the navel towards the spine, towards your heart. And direct your chin down towards your heart, reaching out through the crown of the head. Inhale and exhale through the nose, aware of your breath. So let's just energetically, we'll send our breath to 6 points on our head. Keep the eyes open. Inhale and exhale out through the forehead. clarity, purity, authenticity. Inhale and exhale out through the crown of our head, the top. Clarity, purity, authenticity. Inhale directly behind the forehead in the back head. Inhale and exhale here. Clarity, purity, authenticity. Make a line with your nose tip up towards the beautiful sky, opening the throat only if this feels okay for your neck. Breathe into the front neck. Clarity, purity, authenticity. Make a line with your nose tip down towards the earth element. Clarity, purity, authenticity to the back of your head, the back of the neck. Come back through neutral. And now we'll just breathe in and out through the mouth. So we'll just, it's kind of a funny one, but inhale and exhale through the teeth. So we're going to do a fun pranayama here, which means breath. I'm just moving some things out of my way so I don't trip on them. Make sure you have a little clear space around you. This is for the mouth too. What we were just doing was in the mouth focused, and now we're here again. It's making that little, so that tongue on the roof of the mouth sounds kind of like a horse gallop. One of my teachers, I love this one, we gallop like a horse while we do it. So find some movement. Reverse your circles. If you're going one way, go ahead and go the other way. This is really for the mouth, but we just find some movement for fun. And when you're ready, come back to some stillness. Always welcome. Remember those audible exhales. Release any kind of swaying or rocking. We talk about in yoga and all of this movement practice, and really I study massage and body work. So it's a lot of just these unwindings occurring. And in our healing space, I like to let these unwindings of the body just kind of happen. So just let any sort of movements come on out. Let's do a little back bend here. Strong legs from the feet up through the lines to the pelvis. Remember these strong limbs supporting you. Hands come to your hips. Maybe try to take them to the low back if you can, and the elbows point back. Strong legs here. Press your hips forward. Bring your shoulder blades together and up towards the sky. Keep your chin towards your heart. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Notice this beautiful heart lift, the beautiful stretching of our abdomen. If it feels good, you can make a line with the nose tip, opening the throat up. And then come back to neutral, back to center. So let's keep our hands on our hips here and just do these little twists as we look back. From our root, which we talked about briefly, is that sit bones, that pelvic base. That's the base of the spinal column. So in yoga text, this is our true root, spiritually, energetically, and physically. And then the legs are just a manifestation, or really they're even an anatomically a different part of the skeletal. So they'll call this the axial skeletal, the spinal column mainly, and then the appendicular are the limbs. So we really focus, is why I bring that up in our work, to focus on the spinal column from the tailbone up through the crown, hands to your hips, and we'll go from our root, the tailbone root, to our heart, towards the left. Inhale, look back behind you. Exhale, forward. Inhale to the right, forward. Inhales back and exhales reset you. Like you're saying hi to the friend behind you, hello, and then coming back. Twisting from the root, though, our tailbone root to the heart. Gentle twist, some gentle warming. And then back through center. Bring those feet back together or close together, or whatever feels good. I like hip width. Strong legs, palms out like Tadasana. Inhale, reach on up high to our motivation. This time, keep them connected. Allow the shoulder blades to go down towards your glutes, making space in the neck. And then we'll twist from our root to our ribs, to the left on the inhale, to the right on the exhale. So we're really looking to start the twist from here, not from our neck, head, or gaze. Inhales left, exhales right. Okay, switch sides. So inhale right, exhale left. And then release. Notice just holding some space for reflection, noticing what's happening. So this is a fun one too while we're standing, and then we'll switch it up stand. So let's do, this is for the shoulders and for the brain. It's really great to connect these two. So we'll try, inhale, arms come up, reach up, and then we'll have the arms swing in opposite directions. So we're going to bring our right arm forward and our left arm back. And try to complete these a few times around. It's pretty challenging. The body wants to fight itself, right? Like you'll feel like, whoa, I can't go that way. Try to find some movement, find some fluidity to just flow through those moments. And you can slow down at those moments to help really feel the reaction to what's happening there. Why are we pausing? Next time you're at the top, let the arms stay, and then we'll switch. So now left arm comes forward and right arm back. Beautiful. Left arm forward, right arm back, and then hands in prayer down through midline. Beautiful. Let's do one more arm or one more pranayama here. Awareness of the 4-part breath cycle. So we have the inhale, the pause, the exhale, the pause. So we'll be noticing those observances, the pauses, those beautiful moments of silence in between the inhales and exhales. Let's do some arm movements with it. Keep the lower body system rooted down. Oh, I just noticed we have another person, Linda. Blessings, Linda. So we are recording this, but if you'd like to check in anything or let me know, you can chat or just say it if you'd like. But just notice that I wanted to honor that. So we find our lower body engagement, rooting down through the feet, up through the pelvis. And Whoa, I just spaced on where we were next. Oh boy. Okay. We're doing a breath. Okay, 4-part breath. Sorry about that. Okay. So now we'll palms up. Inhale, arms out in front. Notice the inhale, pause, arms H. Arms out to a T, palms up. Exhale. Notice the exhale. So I'm just going to say that one more time. Inhale. Notice the inhale. Exhale. Notice the exhale. So now I'll do it with you. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Tadasana. Just noticing how that felt for you. So before we come down to some more seated floor, earthy postures, we're going to introduce, this is the first time, a walking meditation, just for a minute or two, honoring one of our group intentions was being present for our future. So we're honoring that and honoring just the moment, mindfulness, practicing our focus and concentration. So let's try to find some slow walks with each step, noticing the foot supporting you, each part of the foot grounding down to the earth element below. We're being soft, we're being gentle. Offer in this practice as slow as you can just to start, and then you can walk normally and still have that prayer, that prayerful mindfulness. So what I was taught at a monastery where I practiced this was we would chant Budo. So it's Budo with each step. You do Bu with one step, Do with the other step. But any prayer that comes to mind for you, you're welcome to use. The Buddha one is a great way to remember our own Buddha nature, our pure mind, our pure body, and our pure speech. So you can find any prayer, you can start to fasten the make faster pace of your walk if you'd like. Remain aware of each foot movement touching the earth element. Focusing. So I just like this because all of this, what we practice, is just practice, right? And it's really, it might not make sense now, it might not be needed for you now, but we're doing it to practice and cultivate this type of practice within us so that it's in your toolkit, so that you can call upon this when you're not feeling fine, when you're feeling stressed. You know how to come in to ground yourself and root yourself with the breath, with some mindfulness. So all of these things can be seen as just practices for your toolkit to use when you may be in need. All right, so we're coming back. Good, thank you for doing that walking meditation. And we're come to some different postures now. Let's do one warrior one, bringing the feet together. Let's bring our left leg back behind us. So let me show from the side here. I like to start narrow stance because we want to ground down before we take off anywhere. That's part of our healing yoga. We ground before we go up spinal column. And some days it's just grounding, and that's just completely okay. So right knee over right ankle. Direct your right knee towards the right pinky to pull these strong leg muscles in towards your hip. and then root down through the back ridge of your foot. Once you're stable here, you can widen, but not necessary. See, I started to widen and then I got pretty wobbly, so I might even went. You just find what feels good. Hands to your pelvis, notice the pelvis. Hands to your beautiful heart, notice the heart. Hands up high to the sky, notice up above. Warrior one, beautiful warriors, everyone. Let's have our hands spiral down and interlace back behind us. Press them down to the earth. If it feels good, you can further let the arm bones spread and then lift your chest like we did earlier by bringing the shoulder blades together and up towards the sky. You can keep your chin towards your heart, or you can make a line with the nose tip, opening the throat space. Clear speech, pure speech, authentic speech, clearing our throat channel, and then come back through neutral. Here we are. If it feels okay, you can keep the legs the same and tilt forward. From your waist, you're just going to fold. So if this is too much, you can avoid this and just stay upright. Maybe you let the arms go forward, but you'll notice it's a lot of strength needed to support that. So make sure your legs are stable before moving on. Take your time in this bow, in this humble gesture, and you're welcome to come on back up whenever you're ready, and we'll bring the feet together. Whew. Nice work. Any sways, any movements, you know I'm a fan of audible exhales. Anything no longer serving, releasing. Let's take our right leg back. Other side, warrior one. So the front left knee now over the ankle and pulls towards the pinky to help engage these outer strong muscles. We have one of the biggest leg muscles. This is the biggest bone, the biggest part of us. So we have one of the biggest muscles in the body right around this outer lateral part, and it's great to just bring it in to play. And we'll root down through the outer left, right ridge of our foot. You'll notice if you're new working with me, I giggle a lot. So please giggle with me, most welcome. There's such a thing as laughter yoga. It's very healing. If you missed it before, we were galloping around like a horse. So just a visual of that could maybe make you giggle. Okay. Warrior one, hands to hips. Notice the heart, hands to heart. Hands up high to the sky. Notice up high. Maybe you interlace the hands. Switch the interlace. So if you go automatic one way, do it the other way. That's really good for the brain, just like that shoulder exercise we did. And then from your root, from your waist, maybe, oh, I forgot, sorry, we open the heart first. So if you'd like, you can let those arm bones spread more. Shoulder blades together, lift your heart space up. And you'll notice me have, air element come on in and I get wobbly. So I just have to come back down to my legs, strong base. Now we've been here a while, just check in with your base. You can come on out or you can tilt, keeping the legs the same and strong from your waist. So I just want to show for anyone that wants to know where it can go, but please, you do not have to do this. Just wanted to show you that posture. Let's all find our way back upright. When you're ready, take your time. With every little thing, take time. Really like that. And then bring our feet together. Awesome. So let's come on down to the mat now. So we'll bring ourselves down to the earth element, whether you're using a bed or coming down to the earth. You can stay seated too, but it can be really nice to get that spine down to an earth element. So any foundation that can be either a couch, bed, or floor space that you are comfortable on, lower yourself down. I like to start with my favorite all-time posture, bringing the knees together and the feet wide. So you'll notice when the knees are apart, the low back has that natural, it's called a lordotic, or that S curve of the low back. And when you bring the knees together, it helps to soften that. And the way the pelvis moves is that it can flatten more then. Way more grounded. So I love to bring the knees in, feet wide for a few breaths, hands to the stomach and the heart. Elbows rest alongside of you. This is an opportunity to ground down through the whole spinal column, from the tailbone tip all the way up through the back of the head and the crown. So make sure that the shoulder blades are planted flat, like little plates on the mat, and that the back of the head is supported nice and flat. Direct your chin towards your throat to help lengthen and find a natural curve in the neck. Take deep breath cycles into the hands on your body. So I'm just going to come back to the side to see you guys and just check on in. So what I like to visualize here are nostrils. This is from one of my favorite meditation teachers, Ram Dev. Nostrils on the chest. It's kind of funny, but allowing you to take these big, deep breaths into the chest, expanding the ribs, expanding the lungs, and release with slow, steady exhale. Let's do a few rounds of that, grounding the spine with our breath. Also, physically grounding the spine to the earth below. So know that this support is always here for you. Know that this earth element below is always here to help ground you, help soothe you. Let that bring you some comfort. And we're going to go into some leg things now. So you're welcome to stay here if this is what feels good for you, though. If you'd like, you can keep the right leg bent. Bring the left knee in towards your chest. Inhale, complete audible exhale, release. Let all the breath go out of the lungs. If you'd like and you feel good about it, you can lengthen right leg towards the earth. Inhale and exhale. Let's switch sides. So now you'll ground the left leg to the earth. You may take the right leg hugged in towards your heart space. Complete exhale of the breath. You're welcome to lengthen through the left leg if it feels good. Inhale and exhale. And then extend the legs both legs. Take a nice full body stretch here. Reach out through your toes, out through your fingers, lengthening back behind you. And then hug both knees in towards your chest. Big hug, big ultimate rock here. If it feels good, you can sway on the spine. So let's take our right leg back to the earth to be grounded, and take your left leg bent. So it's making like this figure 4 position. And we will bring our right leg in towards our chest if it feels good. So some of us may be having enough of a sensation just this way. Come closer in case anyone. Okay. If you'd like, you can intensify more by bringing that right knee in towards the heart and chest. You can also interlace the hands behind the or on top of the shin of the right to help you even open that back gluteal zone further. So I start to get quieter here. This is our quieter time. We're coming up to some meditation and shavasana after all of our beautiful posture. Let this opening then go right into a twist. So we'll allow our legs to go to the right. You can keep them as they are if that feels good, or just simply stack them. Your choice. Directing your legs to the right, arm to the left. So it's a nice supported floor twist here. Take an inhale of the breath to guide you back neutral and center. And then we'll do that on the other side. So we'll keep the left leg supporting and the right knee bends out to the side. You're welcome to stay here or begin to lift that knee back towards your body. You can even interlace the hands, switch to interlace if you are, over the shin bone of the left. You can come into the twist now, taking the legs over to the left. You can just simply stack the knees over to the left. And it can be nice to extend the opposite right arm. Great time for audible exhales if you haven't already. Use your abdomen and the strong legs to guide yourself back to neutral. You can grab a hold of the knees and just make these little circles. So I'll just show from the side here, just little circles to massage and rotate on that low back. Beautiful. And then we'll come to a shavasana. So when you're ready, you can stretch on out, let the legs go as wide as they want, the arms go as wide as they want. This is not comfortable. This is shavasana or corpse pose. You can come to my favorite grounding spine pose, bringing the out. You can also come to any seated position. So let's do a pranayama here. We'll do some Bhramari, is our humming bee breath. The inhales happen naturally and the exhales sounding like any tone welcome. It's coming from the throat region, just to ground you through your breath, through your awareness to the earth below. You're welcome to continue Bhramari Pranayama or find the next few minutes, moments of silence, some reflection time. Very important here to allow our own vital force to communicate with it. We aim to just witness and observe and rest. Beginning to connect to your own divine qualities of the heart space. The divine qualities that interconnect us all from atom to planet. These heart qualities of compassion forgiveness, unconditional love, and kindness. Begin to flood your system and your awareness with these beautiful qualities within us. Begin to find an inner balance between energy body awareness, physical body awareness, and emotional body awareness. It may feel that is in the spinal column. So you're welcome to come into a nice big stretch if that feels good, if you're in a Shavasana. You're welcome to come to seated whenever you feel ready. And I like to close class as we started, just to seal in the sacredness of our practice. This is, like I prefaced in the beginning, this is our healing time for ourselves, our healing space. So I really like to honor it as such and start with some prayer and end with some prayer. So we have those ohms coming back in to close our group healing. You do not have to chant. You can chant your own beautiful prayer. You can say it with us, or you can chant internally. So wherever you are, begin to root down through your base, whether you're lying down still or seated. Wherever you are, reach out through the crown space and be aware of the top of the head. Be aware of the heart. You can take your hands to the heart. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. So let's close on 3 ohms and 3 shantis together when you're ready. Out. 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 Shanti. 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 Meaning peace, peace, peace to all. And I just want to say thank you, namaste, for coming, blessings. Just want to say also, anyone that's been following these or coming to classes in person, I've noticed that the recordings don't always catch the ohm. And I'm not sure, or any chanting for that matter. Something about the way my resonance is doesn't always get captured, but no, I am chanting with you. Okay, blessings.